Have you ever been moved by something so deeply that you couldn't stop thinking about it? Maybe it was a movie, a book, a song, a conversation, a new perspective, a place you visited. Something about it grabbed you. And while everyone else seemed to move on with their day, you couldn't. It stayed with you. I believe these moments are very important, worth paying attention to. I don't believe what affects us is random. I believe what moves us reveals us. Several years ago, I was watching a TV show, and a scene happened. It made me feel something so deeply that it stopped me in my tracks. What was interesting wasn't the scene itself, it was what it awakened within me. I remember thinking, did that just trigger an emotion that I had unknowingly suppressed? Whatever it was, it had always been there. I had just never fully acknowledged it. I didn't even know it was there. I didn't even have language for it yet. As a result, I remember thinking, I want to be an actor. Not because I wanted attention, not because I wanted fame, but because I was fascinated by what had just happened to me. A scene from a TV show had uncovered an emotion that was sitting within me that I didn't know existed. I was so intrigued by this. I was like, what if I could create experiences like this? What if I could help create experiences like this for other people? Not so they could feel what I felt, but so they could discover things within themselves. Things that they may have unknowingly suppressed, or they may have not fully acknowledged yet, or not yet made enough space to feel, but things that have always been there. This moment genuinely changed the direction of my life. It opened my perception to a calling. It brought something to the surface that I couldn't unsee. The genie was out of the bottle, and I couldn't put it back. And that's what I hope these videos become for you. A place where you can come and discover things about yourself that already exist within you. They're sitting beneath the surface, waiting patiently for your attention. My name's Kirsten. Hello. This is my channel. Welcome. On my channel, I focus on building a life that lights you up. When all surrounding circumstances suggest that what you feel called to in your life is impossible to achieve, when there is no evidence that what you want is possible to achieve, you have to become the proof. Honestly, I don't even think I would have noticed that. I wouldn't have caught the moment if it had happened any earlier in my life. Because by then, I had been spending a lot of time working on myself. practicing being present with myself, sitting with my emotions, feeling what I was feeling, instead of constantly dipping and dodging any emotions. I believe that emotions are not something to fear. I do not think you should spend a lot of time escaping them. And I know that's a big claim. And trust me, it took me a long time to develop this perspective. But I'm here to tell you that emotions are meant to be experienced. They are meant to be learned from, listened to. Emphasis on emotions do not define us, but they can help teach us, they can guide us. That's why I think that moment stood out so much, because I was finally paying attention. I was finally open enough to notice it. Because that's really what it is. Like, when we're constantly distracted, when we're always consuming, always rushing from one thing to the next, we can miss important clues that life is trying to give us. That moment for me, that scene, it didn't create something new in me. It revealed something that was already there. I was just finally present enough to acknowledge it. So many of us, a lot of our lives overlook a lot of important clues about who we are. Have you ever noticed that sometimes something will really move you or affect you, but then like somebody over here is absolutely unfazed by that thing? We can assume that what affects us is random. But what if it's not? What if the things that consistently move us are trying to show us something? Think about it. Why are some people so moved by art? Why are some people so fascinated with business? Why do some people light up when they talk about helping others? Why do some people seem more alive and grounded when they're in nature? Why do some stories stick with us for weeks? How come, out of all the things available to us in the world, why does that particular thing affect you? I don't think it's an accident. I believe that the things that create strong emotional reactions in us are pointing toward our values. What our interests are, what our gifts are, what parts of us are wanting to be expressed, what parts of us are asking for more room. I believe that the things that move us not only reveal what we like, They reveal who we are, what matters to us, what resonates with us, what we feel drawn to, what within us is yearning to emerge. You know what's funny is that moment, not only did it lead me to acting, but it led me here to YouTube, to creating, to storytelling, to become the proof, to helping others discover things about themselves that they didn't know was there or that is already within them, to acknowledge things they may have overlooked, to feel things that they may have not yet made space to feel. So, the details of how things unfolded for me aren't quite how I imagined, but the signal was real. And that's why I think it's so important to pay attention to what moves you. If you would have asked me years ago, where do you think this is all headed? I wouldn't have been able to tell you. Because all I had was a clue. No roadmap. And I'll tell you a secret. I still don't have a roadmap. This is a very pioneering energy. Think about it. Pioneers move before they have proof. They discover. They experience. They build. They become the proof. So many of us want certainty before we move. We want the whole plan, the outline, the timeline. What do I need to expect? We want everything before we take the first step. But that's not usually how life works. More often, we are given a clue. And it's our job to pay attention, to essentially follow the breadcrumbs. This journey, this path that my channel is all about encouraging you to move forth on, is truly a journey of blind faith. Like I always say, you know, we don't have evidence that what our intuition is calling us towards. We frequently do not have evidence that what we're imagining the outcome of following that path, like, we have no evidence that that's going to happen, especially in the beginning. So you're moving forward on blind faith. But I stand 10 toes down that there is not a bad consequence from following your calling, following the breadcrumbs to your purpose, and discovering who you really are. Worst case scenario, sure, maybe it wasn't the exact right first move. And but you learned so much. No matter what, you learned so much about yourself. What you don't like and what you like, and you pivot accordingly. Anything is better than staying stagnant in an unfulfilling life. So, if there are things that keep trying to get your attention, if there's something that keeps knocking at your door, maybe you keep returning to a subject. Maybe there's a dream that your head and heart just can't seem to let go of. Maybe there's a feeling that you can't quite explain. Or maybe there's a path that keeps calling your name. Maybe you keep dismissing it because it just doesn't make enough sense yet. Or maybe you're waiting for more certainty. Or maybe you keep telling yourself, I'll explore it later. I'll explore it later. I will explore it. I will explore that later. But what if these things that keep showing up are not random? What if they're clues? What if the things that move you are trying to show you something about who you really are? What if they're trying to invite you to be open to them, to trust in them, to take action towards them? What if they could actually totally change your life in an amazing way? So I'll leave you with this. Pay attention to what affects you. Pay attention to what inspires you. Pay attention to what stays with you. Maybe the question isn't, why did that affect me so much? Maybe the question is, what is it trying to show me? Wow, guys. Thank you so much for spending time with me. This has been a crazy video experience. This is my video 10. By the way, so yeah, basically last night I came out, it's a Saturday right now, it's a Saturday morning, I came out here at 8 a.m. But I tried to do this video last night, and I felt so prepared for it. But circumstances were not exactly as I planned. Like, I came out here, I was chasing sunset. I was like, I know sunset will happen at this time, so I'm going to show up at this time. And I'm not going to give myself any extra time because I know what I want to say so well. I don't need to worry about it. Oh, did it not work out how I planned? First of all, like, the tide was way higher, and sunset was way harder to catch. Like, by the time I made it out here, it was like going fast. And I don't know what happened, but I literally lost my words. Like, I couldn't find anything. I kept forgetting stuff that I wanted to say. It was very discouraging. Finally the sun went away. And I had to call it. I have never, since I started this YouTube journey, I have never been so disappointed in a filming experience. So I literally drove home in silence. I was like in shock at how much I bombed. I had no words. I didn't want to listen to anything to distract me. I just was in shock. Not feeling great. So yeah, I had to, you got a fork in the road in that sort of situation. You can either be incredibly depressed and let that completely derail you. Or you can pick yourself back up and plan a solution as quickly as possible. Those are the two options I give myself. So I decided I'm just gonna wake up tomorrow and do it again. I'm gonna do it first thing. It is like today I'm supposed to be working on a different video, but that one didn't work out, so I had to adjust. I think this is an important lesson because we can get, you know, really motivated on a path, really like the momentum. Yeah. And then we might get some ideas. We might get a little less flexible. We might like start getting more rigid with the details surrounding the environment we've decided is optimal for us to produce the best results. So I got a bit rigid, and what did it do? It ended up like, what is it, caging me in, and like I wasn't able to do my thing because I was being too controlling about the details. I just need to like go with the flow more. So, this morning I came back out and I did it again. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm gonna head home now. I'll show you some nice nature shots before we go. And then I got one more little message for you when I'm walking in the woods. Thanks for your time, guys. So, I just wanted to say, like, talk about walking by faith, not by sight, because that's literally what I'm doing with these videos. This is video 10, as I mentioned, and none of them are posted yet. So I'm going 100% off of my intuition. I have no proof that this is desirable content. I'm just going off what I feel called to do. I'm moving forward without evidence. And I'm learning so much about myself every single day, having so much fun. No matter what, it's gonna have a great outcome for me and for others. I believe it. Can't tell me otherwise. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I didn't want to like start posting immediately before I had a bunch of videos, because then I may be pressured to like, oh gosh, gotta film and post the next one. I wanted to just like have a comfortable library where I could start putting them out fast in the beginning so y'all could have like a decent library to watch of mine without like stressing myself out. So yeah, hope y'all are getting something useful out of these. And I am so excited to go live this weekend because it's a Saturday now, and tomorrow, June 11, 12, 13, I think it's June 14th, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I'm going to post my first video, and I'm so excited to like get the ball rolling, baby. I want to hear from you guys. Like, what do you think? You got questions for me? Am I sparking some thoughts you didn't know you had about yourself? Or life? I'm here for it. So thank you for being here for me. I am so honored to be growing on this journey with you, and I hope that you have noticed that I am literally on the journey with you. Every message I talk about, I am growing those qualities in myself as well. Alright guys, sending you strength, courage, but you have everything you need already within you. Alrighty, see you on the next one. Thanks.